Welcome to Project Ventive channel. So before started, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe this channel. DeepMind is an artificial intelligence technology that uses neural networks and machine learning to crack a broad range of problems. From protein folding to the game Go. Deep learning, a branch of artificial intelligence, has become prominent recently. It is based on concepts that are familiar to chemical engineers. It is artificial neural networks, the algorithms that enable deep learning. DeepMind has created a neural network that learns how to play video games in a fashion similar to that of humans, as well as a neural Turing machine, or a neural network that may be able to access an external memory like a conventional Turing machine, resulting in a computer that mimics the short-term memory of the human brain. In 2020, DeepMind made significant advances in the problem of protein folding with AlphaFold. In July 2022, it was announced that over 200 million predicted protein structures, representing virtually all known proteins, would be released on the AlphaFold database. DeepMind importance. Scientific advances, real-world benefits. We work closely with Google and other experts to find ways for our advances to benefit society. So far, our systems have shown how they can save energy, identify eye disease, accelerate science, and improve Google products used across the world. DeepMind scored higher in 6 areas. Overall rating. Culture and values. Diversity and inclusion. Work-life balance. Senior management. Compensation and benefits. DeepMind solved problem of protein folding. Artificial intelligence, AI, has solved one of biology's grand challenges, predicting how proteins fold from a chain of amino acids into 3D shapes that carry out life's tasks. Organizers of a protein folding competition announced the achievement by researchers at DeepMind, a UK-based AI company. Following technologies of DeepMind play major role in present and future. 1. Deep reinforcement learning, DRL. Deep reinforcement learning, DRL, is poised to revolutionize the field of artificial intelligence, AI, and represents a step toward building autonomous systems with a higher-level understanding of the visual world. Currently, deep learning is enabling reinforcement learning, RL, to scale to problems that were previously intractable, such as learning to play video games directly from pixels. DRL algorithms are also applied to robotics, allowing control policies for robots to be learned directly from camera inputs in the real world. 2. Alphago. Alphago is a computer program that plays the board game Go. It was developed by DeepMind Technologies, a subsidiary of Google. Subsequent versions of Alphago became increasingly powerful, including a version that competed under the name Master. After retiring from competitive play, Alphago Master was succeeded by an even more powerful version known as Alphago Zero, which was completely self-taught without learning from human games. Alphago Zero was then generalized into a program known as Alpha Zero, which played additional games, including chess and shogi. A neural network is trained to identify the best moves and the winning percentages of these moves. This neural network improves the strength of the tree search, resulting in stronger move selection in the next iteration. 3. AlphaFold. DeepMind turned its artificial intelligence to protein folding, a long-standing problem in molecular biology. In December 2018, DeepMind's AlphaFold won the 13th Critical Assessment of Techniques for Protein Structure Prediction, CASP, by successfully predicting the most accurate structure for 25 out of 43 proteins. This is a lighthouse project, our first major investment in terms of people and resources into a fundamental, very important, real-world scientific problem, Hassabis said to The Guardian. In 2020, in the 14th CASP, AlphaFold's predictions achieved an accuracy score regarded as comparable with lab techniques. The structures were released on the AlphaFold protein structure database. In July 2022, it was announced that the predictions of over 200 million proteins, representing virtually all known proteins, would be released on the AlphaFold database. WaveNet and WaveRNN. DeepMind introduced WaveNet, a text-to-speech system. It was originally too computationally intensive for use in consumer products, but in late 2017 it became ready for use in consumer applications such as Google Assistant. In 2018, Google launched a commercial text-to-speech product, Cloud Text-to-Speech, based on WaveNet. WaveNet is a generative model that is trained on speech samples. It creates the waveforms of speech patterns by predicting which sounds likely follow each other. Each waveform is built one sample at a time, with up to 24,000 samples per second of sound. DeepMind introduced a more efficient model called WaveRNN co-developed with Google AI. In 2020, WavenetEQ, a packet loss concealment method based on a WaveRNN architecture, was presented. Google started to roll WaveRNN with WavenetEQ out to Google Duo users. AlphaStar. DeepMind introduced AlphaStar, a program playing the real-time strategy game StarCraft 2. AlphaStar used reinforcement learning based on replays from human players, and then played against itself to enhance its skills. At the time of the presentation, AlphaStar had knowledge equivalent to 200 years of playing time. It won 10 consecutive matches against 2 professional players, although it had the unfair advantage of being able to see the entire field, unlike a human player who has to move the camera manually. Alphacode. In 2022, DeepMind unveiled Alphacode, an AI-powered coding engine that creates computer programs at a rate comparable to that of an average programmer. With the company testing the system against coding challenges created by codeforces utilized in human competitive programming competitions. Alphacode earned a rank equivalent to 54% of the median score on codeforces after being trained on GitHub data and codeforce problems and solutions. The program was required to come up with a unique solution and stopped from duplicating answers. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel. Sports. DeepMind researchers have applied machine learning models to the sport of football, often referred to as soccer in North America. To modeling the behavior of football players, including the goalkeeper, defenders, and strikers during different scenarios such as penalty kicks. 10 ways Google's DeepMind uses AI across the globe. 1. Breast cancer diagnosis. DeepMind is collaborating with Google's AI Health Research Team and a group of research institutions, led by the Cancer Research UK Centre at Imperial College London, to improve the detection of breast cancer. The disease kills 500,000 people around the world every year, partly due to the challenges of detection and diagnosis. The mammogram scans used today fail to spot thousands of cancers every year and often lead to false alarms from overdiagnosis. DeepMind believes that machine learning could improve this. DeepMind researchers will analyze historic de-identified mammograms from around 7,500 women to assess whether machine learning tools identify signs of cancerous tissue more effectively than mammograms. The exploratory work has the potential to transform breast cancer testing. 2. Improving wind farm efficiency. DeepMind boosted the value of the energy produced by Google's fleet of wind farms in the central United States by predicting their output 36 hours before the energy is generated. The company trained a neural network on local weather forecasts and historical turbine data so it could recommend the optimal hourly delivery commitments to the power grid a day in advance. DeepMind claims this has already increased the value of Google's wind energy by roughly 20% and intends to further refine the model to make the unpredictable energy source more commercially viable. 3. Optimizing app recommendations in Google Play. DeepMind has also helped personalize app recommendations in Google Play by using machine learning to find the apps that users are more likely to use and enjoy based on their previous downloads and the context in which they were used. The work aims to attract paying customers to the Google Play Store, an example of how Google can commercialize the technology produced by DeepMind. 4. Detecting acute kidney injury. DeepMind developed a patient safety alert app called Streams that reviews test results for signs of sickness and sends staff instant alerts if an urgent assessment is required. The app also helps clinicians quickly check for other serious conditions such as acute kidney injury and displays results of blood tests, scans, and X-rays at the touch of a button. DeepMind claims that the support of Google will help turn the app into an AI-powered assistant for all nurses and doctors that combines the best algorithms with intuitive design. Please do not forget to subscribe this channel. 5. Predicting patient deterioration in military veterans. DeepMind is working with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs to predict patient deterioration by analyzing patterns from about 700,000 historical medical records. The project aims to determine if machine learning can identify the risk factors for patient deterioration and predict its onset to improve the treatment of a problem that causes an estimated 11% of all in-hospital deaths. The research team will look for ways to improve the algorithms used to detect acute kidney injury, ARKI, a common cause of patient deterioration and an area in which DeepMind has developed expertise. 6. Personalizing battery management and screen brightness on Android devices. DeepMind for Google has created 2 new features for Android. Adaptive battery, which predicts which apps you'll need next and thereby boosts battery performance. And adaptive brightness, which learns your brightness preferences in different surroundings to personalize your screen settings. The features will be available for devices running the Android P operating system and up. 7. Identifying eye diseases. DeepMind partnered with London's Moorfields Eye Hospital to develop a machine learning-based system that can recognize sight-threatening eye diseases from a digital scan of the eye. While the company's initial collaboration with the NHS at the Royal Free focused on patient care, this is the first one that is entirely dedicated to medical research. The program involves the analysis of more than 1 million anonymous eye scans to produce an algorithm that detects early signs of emerging eye conditions and increases the speed of diagnosis. A Moorfields ophthalmologist called Piers Keane is credited with coming up with the idea. He contacted the company after seeing their technology help computers learn how to play video games, and believed it could be applied to images of the eye. Do not forget to subscribe this channel. 8. Treating head and neck cancers. DeepMind has also worked with the NHS in the UK and aims to improve the treatment of head and neck cancers. Before radiotherapy can begin, clinicians currently spend around 4 hours preparing a detailed map of each patient's body to avoid targeting the delicate surrounding tissue that can be damaged in treatment. The information is then fed into a radiotherapy machine to target the cancer without harming the healthy tissue. Researchers at DeepMind believe machine learning can cut this time down to an hour. The team is analyzing anonymized scans from UCLH patients to develop a radiotherapy segmentation algorithm that can automate parts of the process. They hope to eventually apply the algorithm to other parts of the body. Do not forget to subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.